All right, was watching Raw. Kofi Kingston defeats Sami Zayn, then beats Kevin Owens by countout. And Kofi Kingston just defeated Dolph Ziggler in a cage match yesterday, and then was attacked by Samoa Joe on Raw. I thought, why would Samoa Joe drop his title like that? Like because I guess they had plans for Samoa Joe to face Kofi Kingston. So maybe Samoa Joe won't get involved in the main event. But Samoa Joe, should he be the guy to beat Kofi Kingston and become the next WWE champion? It looks like on Raw that, the show's decent. It's Raw. It is what it is. But the topic today is Samoa Joe. I don't know about Ricochet and AJ Styles, but Samoa Joe attacked Kofi Kingston after his match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and the question is, should Samoa Joe be that guy to defeat Kofi Kingston? Would fans be happy about it? Do you like Samoa Joe? See all the spoilers? Yeah. I go on Twitter, so I get all my pictures. It looks to me like they got plans for Samoa Joe, but should Kofi Kingston beat Samoa Joe? I mean, he had that gauntlet match before WrestleMania 35 where he defeated The Bar, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and then almost beat Daniel Bryan. A heel champion? Is Kofi Kingston over as a champion? Do you like Kofi Kingston as a champion? Samoa Joe choked out Kofi Kingston. That's the question. Are you tired of Kofi Kingston's title run? Should Kofi Kingston hold on to the title a little bit longer? Do you think that him dropping the title to Samoa Joe would make people happy? Hmm. It's a hard question to ask. I like Samoa Joe. I wouldn't mind Samoa Joe as the WWE champion. I don't see Samoa Joe as a mid card. I see him more as a top. Seth and Kofi don't do it for you. Maybe Samoa Joe should have attacked Seth Rollins instead. Nah, I'm kidding. Seth Rollins is boring to me. Sorry if I bash Seth Rollins. I'm not the biggest Seth Rollins fan. Samoa Joe, I feel, would be a better champion, but Kofi Kingston defeating Samoa Joe. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Hey, The Undertaker showed up and EC3 won a title tonight. You bash Becky all the time. I felt Becky tried too hard. That's all. I feel Becky tries too hard, and I feel Seth doesn't show enough passion in his promos. And he's kind of not the best champion. Whoever can't stand her, yeah. I like Sasha Banks. Lacey Evans is okay. Um, I liked Ruby Riott, but she's injured right now. The NXT women are a little bit better. But yeah, Samoa Joe versus Kofi Kingston. She'll be good in a couple years. Lacey Evans, yeah, she's all right. She's got big muscular shoulders. Um, People complain about Brock Lesnar not defending his title, but then Brock Lesnar makes things more interesting. Honestly, he does. Yeah, it's gonna be The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules. That's their idea. Two tag matches. So we have Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Now The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre is another match set for Extreme Rules. Which I'm okay with The Undertaker and Roman Reigns being a team. I'm okay with that. Doesn't bother me really. It really doesn't. There's Naomi. Her dancing gimmick doesn't do it for me. I like Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss has the most personality out of all of them. it shouldn't be bad. But who was expecting The Undertaker to show up on Raw tonight? That's the question, though. I'm watching Raw right now. Naomi's going to face Nikki Cross or somebody. I just turned it down because I don't really need to hear it. Nah, Pete didn't show up yet. Huh. You guys like Naomi? I just don't like her dancing gimmick at all. It's feel the glow. I don't like it. Nikki Cross, yeah. I don't even know who Nikki. I don't know who Nikki Cross is anymore. Nikki Cross doesn't care about friends. He's Nikki Cross. Why would she be friends with Alexa Bliss of all people? Nikki James and now Nikki Cross. Maybe they just need somebody to be with Alexa Bliss. Kind of like when Charlotte was with Dana Brooke. They just wanted Charlotte to be with someone. Nikki Cross, I don't understand. Alexa Bliss needs to be careful though. Her concussions are serious. They can kill you or really mess you up. Yep, he won the 24/7 title for like 10 seconds, and then Carmella took it from him and R-Truth rolled him up. But I like the idea that EC3 won something. Maybe there's a change of heart. Maybe there's a change of heart for EC3. Who knows? Who knows, y'all? But at least they're not totally ruining them. I know this is a 24/7 title, but who knows? Oh well. It means something right here. Yeah, this Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss story is kind of lame. Hmm. Yeah, that's EC3 though. EC3 is EC3. I mean, he's a preppy rich kid. If you go back to TNA, EC3, if you remember, he was undefeated. He was Dixie Carter's nephew. He became the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He can talk. EC3 can talk. He has a good look. EC3's in-ring work is okay. His character makes up for it if they use him right. He has that look like The Rock had in the year 1999 and 2000. The hair, the tan, the muscles. EC3 looks like he could do a lot. He's got that look, you know. I like EC3. I wanted to see him get big on the main roster, but Vince McMahon doesn't seem to like him too much. I'm an EC3 guy. Maybe you guys aren't. Oh well. That's your opinion. His gimmick is he carries a cup around. The Rock? Yep, The Rock had the most personality. Even during this time, he can still talk on the mic. Then you had Stone Cold wasn't bad on the mic. Shawn Michaels is okay on the mic. Um, Mick Foley cut great promos. Um, Chris Jericho had a lot of charisma. I think he's pretty underrated as far as charisma. Chris Jericho had so much charisma. He could talk. Um, you're right about that. It's not fair to compare the Attitude Era to this era. Yep, I'm a Jericho guy, man. I got like two Jericho T-shirts. I always liked Chris Jericho. I would not mind if Chris Jericho became the first AEW World Heavyweight Champion. That's how loyal of a fan I am to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is underrated in a way. He's a lot better than people think he is. People say he wasn't. He maybe wasn't on the level of Chris Benoit or Kurt Angle, because in the year 2000 it was Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Kurt Angle. Those three guys were looking at a huge push, and Kurt Angle got that push. Chris Jericho was next, and then Chris Benoit. Those three guys were the guys they wanted to push. Benoit got title shots. Chris Jericho became the champion on Raw, then he had dropped it because the referee had a bad call. But Chris Jericho became the first undisputed champion. Then you had Chris Benoit. He became champion at WrestleMania 20. Kurt Angle in No Mercy 2000. My wrestling knowledge is so good from my past, by the way. Now I don't even remember half the stuff I watch on wrestling. I really don't. I barely remember what happened on Raw. Barely. I don't remember what happened last week. I really don't. I forgot. I honestly forgot. I think Seth hit somebody with a chair, but that's it. But okay, but now talking about EC3. EC3 has a lot of is very charismatic. EC3 is one of the best people on the mic. I mean, EC3. EC3 is a little bit weird. Is a little bit weird, but that's EC3. I would say Alexa Bliss out of the women has the most personality. Alexa Bliss can work with the crowd. Alexa Bliss can do a lot, you know. Natalia doesn't have much personality. Naomi doesn't have much person. About what? About Alexa Bliss? Yeah. Natalia doesn't have a whole lot of personality. Naomi just dances. Um, Charlotte Flair is a great wrestler, but not the best at talking. Um, hmm. Asuka and Kairi Sane can't really talk. I feel the Iconics are kind of lame. I like the Iconics. Yeah, it's true, she is. The Iconics come off a little bit corny to me. The Iconics, I guess they're funny, but they're kind of corny. And if they were so restricted on rules, they could probably talk a little bit more. But the Iconics just come off corny to me. They're not really funny. It's like not like they try too hard. But they're not good. To be obnoxious, I don't know. Obnoxiously boring, I don't get it. Um, I thought Ronda Rousey was improving a lot. Becky Lynch tries too hard. I don't know. And this is just my opinion. You may not agree. If Alexa Bliss wasn't so tiny, maybe she'd be more believable. Shayna Baszler looks like she could beat up all these women, honestly. Io Shirai is pretty good too. Yeah, she's not. Not believable and she tries too hard. Now, this is a little bit off topic, but I do like Tessa Blanchard. I think Tessa Blanchard's great, but she's not in the WWE. She's in Impact Wrestling. I think Tessa Blanchard's too good for Impact Wrestling. Tessa Blanchard, in my opinion, is one of the best female wrestlers right now, and I want to see her match with Sami Callihan at Slammiversary. I haven't seen much of her. She's really good. She's really good. It's a shame you haven't seen much of her, but she's really good. Good heel, good phase. She's pretty good. Nikki Cross looks like Nikki Cross looks like she needs to get her rabies shots. Huh. I feel like Sanity and all of them are ruined. Eric Young, Killian Dane. I don't know. Sanity's pretty much ruined. Nikki Cross, I don't know. Maybe Nikki Cross will be champion one day. Who knows? There's two women's belts, for God's sakes. I thought the idea of Becky winning both belts was to get a new belt, but I guess not. I guess Becky was going to defend two titles. And Ricochet versus AJ Styles is up next. So I'm going to be live streaming that. We'll see what happens, y'all. I'll see you guys in a minute.